keep them coming in. You're doing well, son.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
I want to make it clear that the views expressed by our hosts are not considered the official stance of MBR Views. Remember, this is all about having fun and enjoying the ride.
Said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Two drunk dudes in a gun room. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me, man. Can y'all hear me? Are you all out there? All right, there we go. We are back. So Sugar Rose is not going to be with us tonight. She is doing some family time, and that is extremely important. She's up there in good old Indiana. So if she's listening and watching, tell your son we all said happy birthday, have a great time, and enjoy yourself. So tonight, man, we're going to talk about something that is lost in the veteran community. And I found it. What I didn't know is it wasn't lost, that most of us are lost. So normally we talk about good old things like, it's okay to be not okay. We talk about our feelings and different things, but we're going to talk about something on a happier note tonight. All right. So this last weekend, my studio is an absolute mess, and that's all right because I had to take everything out on the road to go to Herostock, and I wanted to talk and hit everybody up on it and let y'all know what Herostock was about, and I'm going to give y'all a taste of it. So we went up there and podcasted, and I sat down with Ricky. I sat down with Eric Mello from The Contagion Effect. I sat down with Scotty Hastings. I sat down with Barbara Sim, Joe Allen Christie. There were so many people, and I know I'm forgetting a few. Taylor from Guitars for Vets. All of them sat down, and we had a good chat, right? They were all up there in Nebraska for Herostock. And the thing that was lost that I said we found is camaraderie. A lot of the reason why veterans feel like they're lost once they transition is not only is the identity taken and who you were and your status and everything, but that camaraderie is gone too, because now not everybody is like you. They're not thinking like you. They don't act like you and all that stuff. So when I started Gunroom Radio, and I knew that the goal was to get out there and start talking to some of these veteran musicians and everything. What I didn't know is I was going to find that camaraderie again. So let me start out by sharing my screen here real quick. And I'm going to give you all just the preview of what I walked into. So there was a pre-party on Friday night. There was Rhonda's ride that took off. It was a 1,000-mile bike ride. They left at about 8 p.m. from Lincoln, drove all the way down to Oklahoma, turned around and came back and got back right at about 3, 4 o'clock, somewhere around there. I mean, my hat's off to them. 1,000 miles on a motorcycle. That is insane. But with that being said, they did it. And the camaraderie was great with that ride. And they made some friends and had a great time doing it. And it was just one of the many things that kicked off with Herostock. So let's start out by getting there at 7:30 in the morning. I thought I got there late because when I pulled up, man, there was cars all over the place already. And it wasn't even supposed to start till 3. So let's go ahead and bring this on. And I'm going to just set the screen for you so y'all can see what it was like getting to Herostock as we were setting it up, right? So this is setting it up, and this is my first initial walkabout, right? So we're out there in the parking lot. Look at that big open field. That big open field right there is where I believe they're called the Jump 22. They parachuted in with the American flag. There was some video footage that I haven't got yet from it. But as you see, when we go around, right, we're going to get into where all the road marches are. You had Irrelevant Warriors. They were out there. You had Ruck It Up for Warriors. They were out there, right? And so there was probably 100 people, man, if I had to guess, that was just out there just to do the road march. All these cars that you're seeing, all these people were here just to start the road march. They did a 12-mile, an 8-mile, and I don't even know how many other miles. I was lost. We had people out there at the 4-mile point was the first water point. And I said, Jesus, what are you going to do with people for that fall out before then? You know? So I got some other footage here that I want you guys to see, because when the show started, I was inside most of the time, but there was let me see if I can find some. There was a tree display from North Carolina, right? They are the Tree of Valor, and I want to show you guys the video footage that I took of that, if I could find it. So I will talk while I'm looking for that. But the point being is the camaraderie that came from this was crazy, right? So we had the pre-party, and when we first got to the house, right, the Airbnb, I didn't know anybody other than talking to them online. I mean, literally, that was it. And so we come to this house, right? Yeah, there we go. Let me show you this real quick, man, because this is just absolutely amazing. All right, let me share my screen here again. I still ain't got my computer and everything set up the way I like, man, so you got to bear with me here. All right. Windows, share. All right, so this right here is the Tree of Valor, right? They came all the way from North Carolina to Ashland, Nebraska. They had, I don't know, probably 70 trees out there, right? And all these trees were, they have a 22 tree. They have family trees, right? So these are all veterans that have sent in pictures. And hey, Craig, it was awesome meeting you too, brother. There's 2 people that set this up, and unfortunately their daughter was not able to be there. But man, when you walk through this, and then I don't have any photos at night, but once it was all lit up, man, it brings tears to your eyes. Laura, if you're out there, man, I know this was a setup. This was as you were still setting up picture, but man, my hat's off to you and your husband, man, because you guys did an awesome job. And if you go to my Facebook page, you'll find the pictures from where they were lit up that I've shared. So my hat's off to you guys. An absolute amazing job, man. So I want to also get into a little bit. So like I said, I have never met the Contagion Effect other than online. They kind of brought me into this community. They were kind of the gate for a lot of us podcasters. All right. So when you get to Herostock, there was, let's see, the Contagion Effect was there. Dad's Man Cave was there. Myself with the 2 drunk dudes in a gun room was there. Rick Yee, who has a podcast and also is with mental health. He shared the stage with me for our podcast. let's see who else was there. You had Brian Roof with Every Day's a Saturday was there. Derek Thompson with Shadow Mark podcast and his co-host Joe. They were both there. I mean, the list just goes on, man. I think there was like 11 podcasters there, and to be able to hang with those guys and just shoot the shit and have a great time was amazing, man. We didn't even really talk podcasting with each other. It was just about, our military careers and shooting the shit and just having a great time. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And I want to show you guys some of the video footage from the concert time frame. Now, the music, I didn't have a wireless mic to get close enough to the stage. So the music and everything's kind of shitty. I'll buy a wireless mic and next time it'll be a lot better. But for this time, I want you guys to focus on some of the podcasting, right? So right there, share. All right. So here
Every day's a Saturday podcast, everybody. Welcome.
well, that was,
Hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah,
Love what
appreciate
you do,
you,
man. It was great hanging out.
man.
Appreciate you. I'm gonna get out of the seat.
And that is bars for Vets.
Brian.
They absolutely killed it. Let's see. Let's go, dear. I know Barbara Sims sat down for us for a while. Let's fast forward here. Oh, there she is.
Seem to be doing better. I'm like, those are the ones that need help. The ones that are struggling and are kind of annoying you and like pissing you off. Those are the ones who need help. Don't give
40.
up on them.
Yeah.
And so, and it's hard because, I mean, there is that I don't believe personally in a lost cause. Like, I don't believe there's anybody's a lost cause. And I feel like a lot of times in my journey, because it is a journey, it's not straight, what is that? Your journey, your healing's not linear.
Right. She got up on the stage.
And my biggest growth moments were when people stuck with me, didn't give up on me. And one of those was Advancing Warriors out in Colorado. I went there in 2017, and I met Elizabeth Stevens. She's a retired Marine Air Force. She's a retired Air Force major. But she has, it's a nonprofit that, and for me, because I'm a Christian, it was.
So let's fast forward here. So the whole podcast, if you go to my website, gunroomradio.com/webinars, you can watch the whole podcast if you got, I don't know, say 7 hours to kill, because that's how long I podcasted for. So it was extremely tiring. So we're going to keep fast forwarding here. Let's see who the next person was that sat down with us. Here we got Joe Allen Christie. Where did my sound go? That's weird. I don't have any sound. All right. Well, anyways, that was Joe Allen Christie. He got up on the stage and so Barbara Sims played 3 songs. Joe Allen Christie played 3 songs and he absolutely killed it with the last song. I knew he was going to make it the last song too. And that was Keep the Flag. If y'all have not heard that song, man, I'm going to try to get to it and see how it turned out. I don't know how well it turned out with the music, man. It just depends on how many people is talking by us. Let's see. Who is that? Nope, that's not them. So I don't have the pre-party pictures, right? But here's Taylor from Guitars for Vets.
I tried to quit my job with Guitars for Vets. I tried to disappear. I tried to sink into that hole so nobody would see me. Well, this song's gonna get me. But But when I tried to do that, everybody came in around me real tight. And they were like, take as much time as you need, do what you need to do. And I realized the most impactful thing I could do was educate people on what PTSD looked like, because nobody would ever think I had PTSD. And I did a lot.
So that's one of the things why I wanted to bring this up, right? Is when you get to Herostock, you find out that you're definitely not alone. There is a bunch of people that have a similar story. They don't have your story, but they have a similar story. And they've walked through the same demons and the same problems in some way, shape, or form. And to see all those same people that went through those, she was in her darkest point and went from that to rocking it on the stage with her daughter. And I mean, I'm sorry y'all couldn't hear her daughter's voice, man. She had a range, man. She could get there. And you could just tell Taylor that has to be one of her prouder moments, because, man, when she was up there hitting that guitar, man, she was just jamming. And it just warmed my heart to see, the veteran family coming together like that, right? So let's keep fast forwarding here. There's Barbara Sims. Let's see if we can hear some of her music, see how it turned out.
It's one thing to have an opinion,
Sure.
but like I can't stand negative energy, man. I just don't have the patience.
Yeah. There's actually so I study personality.
So Rick and Taylor was still talking, so I'm not going to be able to hear it. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, let's see. There's Joe Allen Christie. Let's see if we can hear him.
You believe you are.
Oh,
The
no.
reason why is because there's a
That's
huge
Scott.
group here that if you're like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? They'd be like, what's up?
That is Scotty Hastings. For me, I've talked to Scotty, and every time I've talked to him, he was sitting down. But I learned real quick, man. Scotty's a big boy. I think he was probably like 6'4". I don't even want to guess the weight, but yeah, he's a big ass boy. I'm gonna tell you. So let's just keep going. And so one of the here's the funny thing, right? One of the podcasters that was there that I forgot to mention was Tom with Every Second Counts podcast, right? There was so many people walking up to Tom and talking to him, talking about how great of a job he did while he was up there performing. They thought Tom was Scotty Hastings. So that was pretty fucking funny, man. And Tom would just go along with it, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can get here to Joe Allen Christie. I think that's still Scotty. Yep, that's still Scotty. So this brings me to another point, right? So another group that was there was Wheels for Warriors USA. And they gave away a motorcycle to a veteran. There was an organization, and I've got the video on my phone. I'll get it uploaded as well. But there was that organization gave away a motorcycle with all the safety equipment, with a year's full for insurance, a year's worth of gas. If the veteran isn't licensed for a motorcycle, they also provided training. And there's a mentor that rides with him and helps him. And that's what Wheels for Warriors does. I mean, they are a tremendous organization. I believe there's somewhere around 40 motorcycles that they gave away. And I believe this year alone was like 10. And they were talking about doubling that or something, or the same thing next year. I mean, it's just insane, right? And 100% of all the donations, every single dime that they get goes into these bikes and goes towards the veteran. They go and pick them up out of their own pocket. They use their own vehicles. They don't use any organization funds to do anything other than build the bikes. And, you know, my hat's off to that organization, because there is very few organizations that, you know, I'm in the process of turning Gunroom Radio into a 501c. And I'm going to tell you, money is one of the hardest setbacks to setting it up, and finding that niche of how do I make every dime stretch as far as it can and go as far as it can to help the veterans or the cause that you're doing. And I don't care what organization you're a part of. We all have those challenges. And, you know, Wheels for Warriors is one of the fortunate ones out there that can donate, you know, 100% goes to the veteran. And man, if y'all are out there listening, y'all are killing it. The presentation that you guys gave with that bike was absolutely amazing. And I don't know how y'all top it. I'm sure you will. But at the end of the day, my hat's off to y'all. The back to the pre-party, right? So I was saying, when we got there on Friday night, we walked into the house where not everybody, but the majority of the people were already there when we got there. And I think it took all of about 10 minutes. And we were all sitting there talking like we've known each other for absolutely ever. And I was just astonished of, you know, we were talking like we were serving with each other, you know. It was just amazing, man. And next thing I know, in the front room, Scotty Hastings and Joe Allen Christie and Taylor started a little jam session right there in the front room, man. I've got some of that video footage as well. I'll get it. Like I said, I just got back late Sunday night and got everything caught up Monday. Had to work today. So by this weekend, I will have everything uploaded to the website and links posted on all of our Facebook media pages, so that you can you guys can see them and just experience them. You know, I want to say one more thing too, out there to the Herostock team. Not just Jason, but the whole team. There was a lot of people behind the scenes that made this happen, and they jumped through a lot of obstacles that a lot of people didn't know about. And I just want to say, y'all did an absolute amazing job. Jason, I tell you all the time, I don't know how you did it with the hours that you put in, but I'm glad you did, because you changed lives, man. The faces that I seen and the smiles, man, I guarantee you there was not just me, that there was a lot of people there that just haven't had a night like that for a long time. And I know next year you guys are talking about something like 8 Herostocks. So I want you guys to understand something. Herostock last year was in a garage with a band, some cornhole, and some food. And I believe the numbers may be wrong, but I believe they said it ended up being like 300 people that showed up for that. And this year it was just a tad bit bigger. They had the 2 or 3 different organizations that was road march, and they had the motorcycle iron butt ride. They had cornhole. There was 2 or 3 food trucks out there. They had the parachuters jumping in, 6 bands, and the local American Legion or VFW was out there. I mean, 11 podcasters. I even seen a senator. I don't know where he came from, but there was a senator walking around like I don't know. I guess he was campaigning or something. I don't know. He just seen a group of people and showed up. But he had a beer. I know that. You know, he would walk around with a name tag and a beer. I guess he was the crasher, but he looked like he was enjoying it. I believe the total numbers came out to be around 800 to 1,200 people showed out for this event. And if you really want to get technical about it, this was their first year, because last year was in a garage. And I promise you, if they thought they got support from donations this year, wait till next year when all these businesses see how many people drove, how many different state license plates were on vehicles in that parking lot. Was amazing. I mean, so you got the Every Day's a Saturday podcast. He's from California. You had Eric Mello with the Contagion Effect. He's from California. You had myself that was from Missouri. You had Tree of Valor that came from North Kakalaki. You had the Everyday or Dad's Man Cave podcast. I believe they were there from Nebraska. Not sure what part. And then you had Rick Yee. He drove down from Chicago. You had Tom Ettinger with Every Second Counts podcast. He came from Arkansas. I mean, this is one event that got people driving from all over the place. And I swear to God, I'm not making this up. So I drove from Rolla, Missouri up there. And when I was on I-70 headed towards Kansas City, I got passed by look, there they are. Dad's Man Cave, man. If y'all have not seen any of their episodes yet, y'all need to go check them out, because they are absolutely killing it, man. I had a great time sitting there talking to these guys. They're doing it. So y'all go check out Dad's Man Cave podcast, because they are out there killing it. But I swear to God, I'm driving down I-70. I'm in Missouri still, headed towards Kansas City. And I get passed by a Jeep that's got a sticker on its passenger door. It was a Herostock sticker. So, yeah, man. So they drove for an hour and 15 minutes, for you guys that can't see the comments, to get down there. So my point being is this event brought the veteran community together. And that, I know normally our Motivational Tuesdays got Sugar Love and Sugar Rose, and she brings all that sugar love and positivity in, but you know, she's not here, so we're just going to do it a little bit different today. And this is still falls in the suit with Motivational Tuesday, because by the time the show was over with, I was pretty damn motivated, man. The camaraderie is just amazing. So my point being is, even though this weekend was a solemn weekend with 9/11, and I didn't even know that, and I should have known this, but Benghazi, the anniversary was also this weekend for that as well. So, I mean, there was a lot of solemnness to this weekend. And there was also a lot of positivity in this weekend. So I just wanted to kind of update everybody and let everybody know why the shows kind of got limited. There was a lot of work that went into streaming Herostock and a lot of logistics to make it happen. So we're now back on schedule, except Sugar Rose, she kind of took a little siesta, so she's extending her leave of absence, but that's all right. Next Tuesday she'll be back. I will be back starting tomorrow with our Two Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room podcast, and Friday we are back with Brian Roof and our Conspiracy Friday podcast as well. I'll be doing the Veteran Hour live Saturday, as well as doing the Sharing Bourbon. So we're back on schedule, man. The podcast will be rolling out. The positivity is there. And we are already starting to plan for the Herostocks next year. Yeah, June 28th of 2024, we're going to do a Herostock down here. I've been talking that with Jason now for a while. Hope to be able to get Sugar Rose to come on down and a lot of other people as well. And just have another time for all of us veterans to get together and give us an excuse to party and have a good time. So tonight's going to be a little short, but I just kind of wanted to give everybody that update on how Herostock went and how many great things came from this. Like I said, you can go over to my website, gunroomradio.com, sometime between now and Thursday or Friday. I'll have all the pictures. The 7-hour podcast is already up there and posted, so y'all can check it out, fast forward through it, whatever y'all want to do. It's a little bit longer than a TikTok, about 7 hours. So everybody likes TikTok, so you can go a little bit longer. They're like 3 minutes. So yeah, we're like 7 hours, so it's close, pretty close. Y'all can check it out, man. And I want y'all to know that we all think about y'all, and we all look forward to our time up here and our conversations. And I think that's why Herostock was such a success, man, because the conversations was rolling. Everybody could just unwind, and man, we just had it kind of like, to me, it kind of like almost kicked off fall. I mean, the weather hasn't got here yet, but it was just like that whole, reach out, hug a brother type thing. I guarantee you I did more hugging on that Saturday than I've done in the last year. So that was kind of different for me, but it happened. So anyways, like I said, man, I want y'all to be safe. Have a great time. I'm getting the studio set back up, and the podcast will be here. So 7 p.m. tomorrow night is the Two Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room podcast. And Friday at 7 p.m. is also our Conspiracy Friday with Brian Roof. Right here, same location, man. However you're seeing us now, you'll be able to see them then. They're also live on our website. You can go over there, click on webinars, gunroomradio.com. And when we get into the Veteran Hour where music's being played, sometimes Facebook likes to cut us off. So you can go over there and watch it without it getting disrupted if you want to hear the music and so forth. So want y'all to know you're loved. We love talking to y'all. And if you need some help, man, it's worth fighting for. So reach out to any of us, and we will definitely help in any way that we can, whether it just be to listen or give some advice or whatever you need from the veteran community, we are here. So y'all take care, man. Be safe. And next Tuesday, we'll be back on our normal schedule. And tomorrow I'll have a normal podcast. So take care. God bless. Love y'all.